The redevelopment of Bananes Bay was supposed to be a project that brought hope for the future to fishers, squatters, and micro-business on the south coast of the Castries Harbour. Over the last few months, however, the initiative has become a lightning rod for political controversy about the compensatory settlements awarded to fishers and residents. Speaking at a recent cabinet press briefing, Tourism Minister Honorable Ernest Hilaire addressed the contentious core of the controversy, stressing the government's commitment to ensuring that residents and fishers impacted by the project are treated fairly as the work progresses.
I want to assure all St. Lucians that SLASPA has gone beyond what would be required to make sure they satisfy the individuals who live there. And like I said, there are different categories of individuals. There are individuals who own businesses, and they are treated particularly because that's a source of income and business. There are individuals who have empty structures there, and they have to be dealt with in a particular way. There are persons who reside there, they will be treated in a particular way, and there are fishers. And the fishers are being treated in a particular way as well.
The tourism minister further clarified the separate compensation arrangements for residents and fishers, outlining distinct approaches for each group affected by the project.
A fisher, or somebody who probably involved in fishing, would recognize that somebody who's a resident is getting X amount, and they feel they should get the same amount. But it's totally different, because you have a fishing hut. You are being temporarily relocated for a new facility to be built for you that you're going to come back to. You don't live there. So you are given support, for the inconvenience you will suffer. But you're coming back to a modern facility. That's different to somebody who lives there and now has to go and find somewhere else to live.
Bananes Bay redevelopment project has sparked debate, particularly over the relocation and compensation of residents and fishers. Some individuals identifying as fishers have voiced concerns publicly, but Hilaire identified these criticisms as political maneuvering by the opposition aimed at discrediting the government's efforts.
I have seen a couple of newscasts, including individuals who claim to be fishers, and I can tell you somebody should have asked them to show their license that they are licensed fishermen. It's one thing when somebody does an interview with you and say that they are fishermen and they're not treating them right. Anyone who does that, tell them let you see their license to show that they are fishermen for true. But there's a very determined effort by the opposition to say to them not to move, to stay there, and they will provide them with legal representation.
As the project moves forward, Hilaire reiterated the government's ongoing commitment to fair compensation for all those impacted. He also emphasized his personal dedication to finding solutions and pointed to the support systems established by SLASPA to address any concerns.
But we're going to continue to work with each individual, to talk to them, to make sure that each individual is satisfied. I've said to all the residents there, if anyone is dissatisfied with the way in which SLASPA is treating them, they can come to me as a parliamentary rep. And SLASPA, by the way, also has what they call a dispute resolution mechanism. So if anybody objects to what they have, they can go to the dispute resolution mechanism to have a resolution.
As Bananes Bay continues its transformation, the central challenge remains balancing modern infrastructure without affecting the livelihoods of those who have always called this shoreline home. The government maintains that the driving force behind the project is to ensure that progress goes hand in hand with preserving community well-being and ensuring every voice is heard. For Choice News Now, I am Ernest Hilaire.